this is Noreen from Joya Cards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! For more of my Stampin' Up! Card videos, make sure you click on that subscribe button and then the bell, and you'll be the first to be notified when my videos release. So, this is a sneak peek. This Dragonfly Garden stamp set and punch and paper and embellishments are coming up in the new mini catalog. I believe you'll be able to get it in December. So here's a sneak peek of a card that I did for this. Now, my card looks simple, but like all things that I've done, I generally don't do things totally simple, but kind of simple. So let's go ahead and start with a 5.5 by 4 1/4 card base in Bumblebee. Then let's get to this beautiful paper, and this is called the Dandy Garden paper, and it is fantastic. It has all these beautiful images, and if you notice, this one right here has a bunch of bumblebees on it, and this is the part where I don't make things simple. So if you look at this paper here, there's actually two pieces of DS paper. There's this one right here and this one right here. And then if you notice, the bumblebees aren't on it because I took my brother's scan and cut, and I scanned it and I cut out all these bumblebees. And if you are an avid card maker, like you're in it to win it, then getting a scan and cut machine is actually kind of nice and handy to get, because I cut out so many of these bumblebees and I only cut half the sheet. So not only did I make these, have enough to make these 2 cards, I have even more. So if you don't have one, you can go ahead and fussy cut. You'll need 5 bumblebees. And so this is beautiful paper. So let's go ahead and put this piece of the Dandy Garden DS paper on the paper. And all we're going to do is snail it up. And this is 5.5 by 4 1/4, so it's going to cover the entire card base front. And you're going to take this piece of the Dandy Garden paper, and this is cut 5.5 by 4 1/4, and we're just going to put this one right in the middle. Then, of course, I'm taking my B sheet of the Dandy Garden paper, and I'm going to take 5 of these bumblebees, turn them over, and snail them, and then place them on the card front. So I'm going to put a bee here, and I'm going to put a bee here, and here, and here, and one on top of the flower right here. Now the next piece, I'm going to take the rectangle stitched frames, and I'm going to take that rectangle die, and I'm going to cut a piece of Old Olive, and then I'm going to cut a piece of Bumblebee. Now, if you notice, I have layered this. There is no piece like this. I made it. Here's the other part where I do something that's not so simple. So what I've done is I've taken this and I've cut it up. So the first way you're going to cut this, and this is the last piece that I cut, so let me take this off, is I'm going to take this and I'm going to make sure, because this one's nice because you have all these dashes on the side here. I'm going to count 6 dashes. I'm going to line up the die, and I'm going to take a piece of tape and run it through my die cutter. Then I'm going to take it again, and I'm going to go over down 11 of those dashes, do the same thing, tape it, and run it through the die cutter. So these are going to be cut off, and this is the piece that you're going to have left. Now I'm going to take the sentiment from Dragonfly Garden, which, like I said, they'll be in the new catalog. I believe you get it in December. Yay. And I'm going to stamp this here. And if you want the new catalog, let me know. Put in the comments your email, and I'll email you, or if you're comfortable enough to leave your address there, give me your address and I'll make sure you're on my mailing list to get the new catalog that's coming up. So that's how you get that. So we went ahead and stamped that in Memento. I'm going to put this up on dimensionals, and I'm just going to put a couple here and put it on my Old Olive. like so. And then I'm going to take these cute little trinkets that come with the suite, and they are little ladybugs. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. You got me at ladybug. And I'm going to flip him over, and I'm going to take a glue dot and take your pick tool and put a glue dot on the back and just put him up on the corner like so. He's so cute. I love him. Next thing is we're going to take a piece of the Bumblebee ribbon, and this is the 2020-2022 in color ribbon in the Bumblebee, and cut off about 8 inches. Oh, a little tip. I keep my ribbon down by putting a little glue dot at the end and sticking it, and then it's not like going crazy. So now the hard part for me, because I'm not very good at this kind of thing, but I kind of wrapped it. If you notice the ribbons right there. So I'm going to take a glue dot and put it down like in the middle, and then take this piece and I'm going to put it over it, and then take another glue dot, put it in the middle. And this is that take your pick tool. If you don't have one of these, oh my gosh, I can't live without it. And then wrap this over again and kind of figure out if that looks good. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on it here and put the label on top. And then I'm going to snail it. In fact, I'm going to snail the paper, which I never do. But since that ribbon is kind of bulky, I'm just going to do it like that. And I might even want to adjust my ribbon, so you might have to do that. But I did fiddle with it, and I cut a little piece off. And now I'm just going to put it here in the middle. And that's the front of the card. So let's get to the inside. Here's the inside, and what I did is I took that Dandy Garden paper again, and I cut this just shy of 4 1/4, because you want to give it a little room to be able to bend or fold the card. So a little shy of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so the entire length of the inside the card. And then the whisper white, you want to do 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to take my old olive and the big flower from Dragonfly, and then also this sentiment here. So let's ink this up and stamp it on. So I'm just going to kind of do it upside down here, and then stamp this toward the bottom of the left side here. Give it a good amount of pressure without rocking it or anything. And I use my Stampin' pad here as well. And there we go. Then grab the sentiment and the old olive ink. Now, when you put the labels on your stamps, mine's on a little crooked. If you notice, it's like, oh, that's a little crooked, Nori. Just kind of know where you should be at. So I know that I've got that label on a little crooked. So I'm going to tilt it a little bit. Hopefully I'll adjust for my not putting the sticker on very well. Good enough. It's handmade. Now I'm going to go ahead and snail it to the Dandy Garden paper right there in the middle. Now you can really do one of two things. You can leave it plain like that. I mean, it really does look pretty that way. I even contemplated doing that. Or you can use your watercolor pencils, and this is Daffodil Delight and Garden Green, and then use a blending pen to blend it in. And you know what? I'm going to leave it blank for this one, just because you can see the difference, and I kind of like it both ways. So, and just the last step is putting it inside the card. Now, here's the thing. If you are a first-time subscriber, you can put in the comments that you like my card and leave your email address. And if you're the first one, you can win the demo card. I give away the demo card. So that's it. So if you want to win this card, go ahead and put in subscribe and put in a comment, and I'll get your address and I'll put it in the mail and you get it for free. Let me know if you want the one that's colored or the one that's not colored. So you got the difference there. So that's it. Thanks. Bye.